I'm going to need more. You know, I switched to decaf like about a month ago, and it's been brutal. It's been brutal, you guys.
You're doing that. I don't know how you're doing that.
I'm thinking of getting a pixie cut. All you
Yes,
women out
you
there,
should do that.
I'm thinking of doing it.
You could so carry it. That's
I don't
the
know
thing.
if I could. I don't know.
Yeah, you can.
I'm
Because when your hair is up, it is so cute.
I'm tired of it, you guys.
Look how cute that was. Do it again. Show everybody.
The girls, guys, just check out for a second, okay? I'm talking to the ladies out there. I'm almost 50, and I'm tired. I'm tired of this. I'm tired of straightening it, and I'm just tired of it. You know what I'm saying?
What's that movie that Madeline Kahn is in where she's like,
I'm tired. I'm tired
of straightening my hair.
You know what I'm saying, ladies? I'm over it.
Is that Blazing Saddles?
And it's thinning out because of menopause. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying to you ladies out there? Some of you understand where I'm coming from. I'm younger than her, and I went through menopause earlier than she did.
I still haven't had it.
Yeah. Anyways, I'm just saying I'm tired of my hair. I just want a pixie cut.
See? Ooh, that would be cute.
Okay, so I'm pondering.
You guys, we have a couple of really sweet letters to tell you about. One from Thomas Aumack, who sent us these really cute Keep Indiana Red stickers.
Oh my God! Those are so cute.
Isn't that cute? Those are from printedkicks.com. Thank you very much, Tom Aumack, for sending us those. I love them.
So
cute.
So cute. Those are really cute.
What is this one? Oh, okay. So I'll do that in just a second. Okay. First of all, we need to get to this sweet card from Karen.
Hi, Karen.
Who said, thank you so much for bringing a smile and many laughs to an otherwise boring day. I've been listening to your Facebook Lives for a couple months and look forward to it every day. Just started quilling. Do you guys know what that is?
What is quilling?
I'm going to show you because I had no idea.
Quilling. Not quilting.
Not quilting. Quilling. And she said, I thought I would try your logo. I'm a beginner, but it really helps pass the time. You guys, if this is beginning quilling.
Oh my God.
I mean, are you serious?
What in the, wait.
See
what is it? Like, what's
it's like
the material?
A paper. I think it's paper.
It's like, oh my.
I think.
Yes,
it's like,
it is.
So
it's
cool?
You guys, this is paper. You can't see. Can you see up close?
I think you can see the detail. Yeah.
Can you see up close?
Isn't that awesome?
Holy cow! Quilling. Quilling.
I mean, if this is beginning, that's freaking amazing.
What's like intermediate and advanced gonna look like?
Seriously.
Good Lord.
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
It's so pretty. I just love that so much.
Thank you. Like the talent you guys have.
Oh my God.
It's unbelievable.
Out of control.
It's unbelievable. I can't even, I can barely make toast.
Yeah, tiny, tiny pieces of paper. It's like origami, only fancier.
I mean, that had to have taken so long to do. They look like little roses in there.
Yeah, like
you
little
see,
tiny...
like the little roses in there, like
I love that.
So
I don't
amazing.
think Karen has like a website or anything. It's just something that she's got a hobby, but maybe she should start doing that for you should start selling that.
I never even heard of that until today. I've never even heard of.
I didn't either. I was
quilling.
like quilling.
Yeah,
but that's what that is, and
it's beautiful.
It's fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Really
also
pretty.
From Connie Miller and from oh God, I can't read that. Lloyd? No.
Mark Evans. Mark Evans.
Mark Evans. From Connie Miller and Mark Evans. They sent us copies of their books.
We got some books.
Which we appreciate.
We so appreciate.
And that's lovely, as we will be adding them to the ever-growing pile.
We have a pile of books, you guys.
But we're not going to be sharing titles of books that we are sent anymore until we've actually read them, because we just don't feel right about promoting something that we don't know about.
Yeah, or that we haven't read.
That just feels weird to us, and so we're just not gonna do that. I mean, very much appreciate it, Connie and Mark.
So appreciate it.
Very much appreciate it.
Yeah.
Just don't feel right about promoting something.
We don't know what they're about.
Because what if they are something that we don't like?
or we just don't know what's in the book. Like we don't. Yeah, we don't know. So we don't know. We're not real comfortable like holding up and be like, oh my gosh, read this book.
Yeah.
We don't know what's in it.
Exactly.
You know? So we're kind of like, oh, we probably shouldn't do that.
It's not to
So
say we don't appreciate
We
it.
absolutely appreciate it.
Because we do.
Oh my goodness, we do.
Yeah. It's just that we just, do you see? That
you
we
know,
just can't
but it's
do
one of
that?
those things we just can't do.
Because it's like different with these things that people make and so that we can see and hold and show.
And we understand it, and we've like, it's like we don't have to read it and absorb it and like say, hey, you guys, look at this.
Right.
Because we understand it and can see it. You know?
Right.
But we haven't read like these 200-page books. We just can't do that. I'm not a speed reader.
I'm not even
I'm not
much
like,
of a reader.
I'm not Matt Damon in Good Will Hunting where I can just like, you know.
Although I am
go
reading
like,
Sarah Sanders' book and it is awesome. I can tell you that.
Yeah.
It's
a really good, it's a really good
She
book.
didn't send it to us
Yeah, I
directly,
haven't.
but I'm just saying, I would definitely promote that.
When I
because it's really
retire, I'm going to read so many books.
good. Well, you have a huge pile waiting for you.
Yeah,
so.
and that probably won't be till I'm about 80 years old. Yeah.
Also, and we haven't read this yet either, but Judy Smith wrote us a short story that I don't know what it's called. Having Kittens. It was very, very sweet of her to do that. And she said, Amy, Jo, and Miriam, I hope this note finds you well and happy. What a difference you're making in this crazy, crazy world. Nearly 5 years ago, I was provoked enough to write this short story. My intent was to craft an argument that actually comes from the opposite side. I hope I succeeded. Thanks for what you do. And then she sent us this note card of a picture from her front yard during a smoky day in Northern California. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
She said it could have been recent, but it's actually several years old.
So it could be recent because people in California right now, like my boy and his girlfriend live in California, and they sent us pictures yesterday. It looks like they're on Mars, you guys.
It's so weird, the sky. Oh my God.
It looks I mean, I'm sure you guys are seeing it in your social media feeds.
Yeah.
All these people that live in California that are posting pictures where things are red. It's just, it's crazy.
It's like apocalyptic.
Yeah.
It looks so strange.
I was like, wow, that's weird looking.
It looks really, really strange.
I would not want to be there.
Yeah. All right, so that takes care of our thank yous for the day.
So, what y'all think about Bob Woodward?
Man, can you believe 18 interviews? Trump sat down 18 times to talk to him. And I loved Kayleigh McEnady's response to a press question about that when they were like, why did Trump sit down with him when he knew that this was going to come out before the election and all this stuff was going to be said? And she said, because he's the most transparent president ever. And I was like, that's damn right, Kayleigh McEnany.
Yeah, she's 100% correct.
Yeah, and he's not afraid, and he's just going to say what he's going to say, and that's what he said. And now people like Fauci are backing him up on what he said, and he's saying, yeah, I didn't want to cause a mass panic, and I'm glad I didn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
I can't believe this is a thing.
Imagine, I was thinking this morning on my drive in, I'm like, imagine if Hillary was president, you guys.
Oh my God.
Imagine how she would have handled this. She wouldn't have shut down travel to China.
Oh no.
There's no way, because there's just no way she would have done that. So imagine how different things would have looked.
Because that would have been xenophobic.
It would have been.
Joe Biden accused it of being.
As everybody on the left accused him of being. I mean, this is the thing. He shut down, he was like, no, we're not going to do this. And he's called it out for what it is. It is a China virus. And they're just like, that's mean. You can't say that. I mean, this is what they do. He is the most transparent president in history, and they hate that. They hate it. I don't know. When I was a kid, I remember not knowing stuff. Do you remember when it comes to the presidency, when it comes to administrations past? Do you remember not knowing stuff about what was going on and just sort of? It's like being sort of blissfully ignorant when it comes to, national security and things that we know so much about every day. That I'm not saying that we shouldn't know these things. I'm just saying that we probably sometimes know too much.
Oh my God, we know way too much.
We know too much now. Okay, it's good that we know a lot of these things, but at the same time, it's like with the 24-hour news cycle and then with the transparency, it's like we just are overwhelmed with information that I think most of the time I miss the good old days.
When there was just a 6 o'clock news for an hour. Yeah. And then nobody thought about news for the rest of the day.
Yeah. Can you remember that? Can you guys remember that? I'm sure a lot of you are young. Some of you are young out there, but there was a time where we just we just didn't know so much. We didn't know what we didn't know. And then we were just like, okay. And we trusted people. We hired these people. We trusted them to take care of business. And then we went about our days. We worked 8 hours a day. We weren't tethered to our phones and the constant news cycle. We came home. We spent time with our families. We sat down for dinner. And we watched the news for like an hour, and that was it. Everything is so different now. We are so, it's just constant information. Constant.
Hi, Rob.
Hi, Rob.
Hi.
Why do you gotta look so like squinty-eyed and sinister?
Because I'm a squinty-eyed, sinister person, okay?
It just is a little intimidating, I gotta say.
Rob. You ever heard of Quilling, Rob?
Look at how good
This is Quilling.
This is amazing.
You're going to learn something here new every day on the Chicks on the Right
What is
show.
quilling?
This
Quilting?
is
Quilling.
Quilting. Quilting is when you have like a blanket.
Oh, I didn't even notice this little rose at the top.
Look at the
Oh
rose.
my God, they're in every corner.
They're in every
Show
corner.
the roses. Oh my God.
The roses
Did
in
you
every
see that?
corner. Do you guys see the roses?
I can't.
So anyway, it's just constant news, constant onslaught of transparency, Sometimes it gets, at least to me, I'm not going to speak for y'all. I'm not speaking for her either. I'm just saying, for me, it gets a little old sometimes. It gets a little, this is why I go to Texas and I hang out with cows. It's because I get tired of it's just too much. It's too much for my human psyche. Y'all may be fine with it. But
How many like Trump tell-all, whatever, bios? I mean, it's out of control.
It's every week. Every week. It's like anybody who has come within this far of President Trump has written a tell-all about the man. We're waiting.
Let's be real here. You've had 15 minutes with him.
Yeah, but if he had 35, he would write a tell-all. My time with President Trump.
You could write a chapter of a tell-all.
Yeah, and the title of his book would be like, "He said I was terrific."
And then we had a game of catch.
And to answer that person, no, I do not color my hair. I'm naturally that beautiful.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, I didn't see your name. If Trump cured cancer, they would argue why he couldn't cure the common cold. You're absolutely correct. He cannot win. This guy cannot win. And can people not see that? I mean, I can see that. You can see that. We can see that. I would imagine some people on the left are probably growing weary of this crap. There has to be. There has to be some people on the left, right?
I don't know. I think they eat everything up. I think they eat all the tell-alls up.
Right.
I mean, look
Victoria's
at Adam Schiff. Adam Schiff is freaking starting a new Russian investigation, you guys.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah. Because there's been a new whistleblower from DHS, and now Adam Schiff is like, oh God, we got to investigate. There's like ties to Russia. He will not let this go. And now it's laughable, right? I mean, at this point, isn't everybody just looking at Adam Schiff like, dude, it's over.
Oh my God. It's
like enough already.
It's like the guy who will not stop asking you to prom. Like I was like, no.
There's no chance that this is gonna be a thing.
Like you're a stalker.
It's
like he
crazy.
is like Adam Schiff is a stalker at this point.
I mean, it's absolutely nuts. And also the things that this book is like bombshelling over, like this whole, oh my God, Trump purposefully played down COVID. Well, we're going to be playing some audio on our regular radio show today on WIBC.com from 9 to 11, where it's all these Democrats, including Pelosi, who's one of the people that is coming out about, this whole book and complaining about it. She's one of the people saying, this is fine. It's everybody needs to not panic. We don't want to cause panic. Yeah. Really? That's exactly what Trump was saying.
Come to Chinatown. Come on, come to Chinatown.
Oh my God.
And like all the mayors were doing that, all the governors were doing that, all the liberal folks were doing this. This is what they were doing. I mean, even Anderson Cooper was doing it. They were all doing it. And they changed their tune. This is what they do, and then they give themselves cover. They all give themselves cover because they're all like in bed together. It's crazy. It's like, what is the narrative? It's so exhausting to see what is the narrative going to be today.
And reading Sarah Sanders' book, by the way, where she talks just in a lot of detail about having to fight fake news and how the media created stories and it's the detail and how much it must have exhausted her. It did exhaust her.
Oh my God.
It's crazy
It
what they will make up out of a completely innocent interaction. That's what's amazing. I mean, for no other reason, you should read the book just to see some examples of that, because it's truly, it's insane.
It is insane. And listen, normally, like in a normal election cycle, which this isn't normal because we're talking, this is Trump's election cycle, right? Normally we would see an October surprise, right? And they're not done. Like,
this is just the beginning.
Yeah, I mean, there will be an October surprise. I'm just wondering, because we've been through this before, right? We've been doing this for 12 years, and there's always an October surprise. So I'm wondering, okay, well, what the heck's that going to be? Are they going to be like, Donald Trump is actually a woman?
I hope so. Maybe people will be like, oh, a trans president. That's what we need.
No, but see, they'd flip it. They'd be like, it's bad.
Right.
It's bad for Trump. Like, they would somehow, because they just, like, he cannot win. He cannot win with these people. They're constantly trying to make him into this evil force when he's just simply not. He's just an outsider. That's what they hate about him.
You remember the lady that was on Anderson Cooper to say Trump raped me in a dressing room at Bergdorf?
Yes, oh my God.
What's that store name?
She's back. Bergdorf, Goodman.
Whatever, yeah.
Goodman, Bergdorf.
She's back because she's continuing this defamation lawsuit against him, and now the Department of Justice is actually representing him in this case. So that's that's another thing that's like happening now, so that he has to deal with. And it's all just, it's so obvious what they're doing, the timing of it, that it makes it all not credible. Yeah. I mean, to me, it just is like, really? You're going to pull
You're
this
going to do
now?
this right now.
Okay.
You're going to do this right now.
That's not at all... I mean, odd, right? That you're choosing right now to bring all this up.
Why not 10 years ago?
I mean, you just...
Why not even 2 years ago? Why right now?
Why not 30 years ago?
Yeah.
When it freaking happened. And then she had to be all weird and creepy on Anderson. Remember when she was like, people think rape is sexy.
Oh, I know.
Remember?
Oh my God, she's
disgusting.
She's a
that woman.
lunatic.
And she writes for The Atlantic, by the way.
Yeah.
So
shocker.
If you need more, proof that The Atlantic is not credible either. There you go.
Yeah.
How do we feel about Trump's Supreme Court picks? Because Ted Cruz is on the list.
Oh my God.
Which is kind of awesome.
I've been wanting Ted Cruz to be on that list forever.
He's on the list.
God, I want it.
He's on the list.
He would be phenomenal.
Tom Cotton is on the list. Josh Hawley is on the list. There's some really good names on the list. Now, one of those said no already.
But Ted Cruz didn't.
No, Ted Cruz is like super stoked about it.
He should be.
It was
stoked.
Hawley is it Hawley that said, yeah, Hawley's declined a potential nomination. He said, Missourians elected me to fight for them in the Senate, and I have no interest in the high court. Appreciate it, but no thank you. So, Ted Cruz, though, he would be all over that, right? I mean, that would be a great position
Ted Cruz,
for him.
oh my gosh. He would be amazing, you guys.
I just need for Trump to have the opportunity to fill these next seats.
Yeah. Everybody pray. If you're a praying person.
For real.
Everybody, I don't just pull out all the stops. Like, just hope
do
that
all
he can
the praying.
Just do it, because Ted Cruz he'd be amazing at that. He's just I don't care what you think about him, and we would say what we need to say, because sometimes we would be like caw when it comes to him, because he
does look like an eagle.
He used to look kind of like an eagle, and so we would compare him to like an eagle. And now with the beard, it's kind of anytime a guy grows a beard, it elevates him. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, most guys. There are going to be some exceptions to this rule.
Who's the exception?
Well, I don't know. I can't think of one off the top of my head.
This is the thing. You can't think of one off the you can't.
But I'm just saying.
You cannot think of one off the top of your head.
There are probably some.
But I feel like it raises the bar for you if you're a dude.
It definitely adds to manliness.
It does.
Which is in short supply these days.
It is.
Let's face it.
It's in total short supply. So if you can grow a beard, dudes.
You guys have seen that Photoshop picture of Trump with a beard, right? He's so good,
right?
He looks so good.
He should cut his hair. and grow a beard.
And if he can't grow a beard, he could toupee his hair into a beard, because it looked that good. You guys
can grow a beard,
I don't know. There's
most
some
dudes
guys
can
that like grow, like even my husband who's very furry. You know, there's
Yeah.
like one spot over here that
So
like doesn't.
what?
You know what I mean? So like,
I
it's-
mean,
you
sure.
never know.
Don't you think they have like, you know, this, you have the spray on to can hair? He could like spray a little. He could just be like, right
Can
there,
hair.
like with some can hair right in that little spot or something. You just fill it in. It's fine.
Yeah. You guys, we're going to talk on the show today about this whole Oscars thing and how they're like making requirements for Best Picture. You have to be like so woke in order to have Best Picture.
Have you guys heard this?
Can you believe it?
They have requirements for best picture. You have to have a certain amount of like, black people, a certain amount of like.
Oh, it's a huge list of requirements
to have a Best Picture. So, like you said to me yesterday, you go, Schindler's List would never be Best Picture.
I mean,
think about
seriously.
That. Think about it.
Because there's not enough of this diversity bullcrap. This is literally Harrison Bergeron coming to life.
Yeah. Have y'all ever read Harrison Bergeron?
If you haven't, it'll take you 10 minutes. Yeah. Go read it right now. It's online.
Kurt Vonnegut's Harrison Bergeron. We talk about it a lot. We used to talk about it a lot more on our site. Like, we're big. Kurt Vonnegut's from Indianapolis. Kurt Vonnegut's brilliant. Anyways, that story is basically, we're seeing it play out before our very eyes.
And this is an example of it.
Yeah.
It's incredible that this is what, but this is, the Academy is losing credibility like by the moment.
Yeah. And so is Hollywood.
Is just one more way.
And so is Hollywood.
They're ridiculous.
They're a bunch of woke, liberal idiots. And these people claim to be intellectually elite. This is the dumbest thing ever. This is so dumb. People need to start calling them out and just saying, we're done with you. We're done. And hopefully this COVID thing has bumped them off their pedestals a little bit. People may get mad at me for saying, hopefully, this has done that to them. But I kind of hope that it's done that to them, because they were getting a little too big for their britches, getting up on stages and trying to tell us how to think about stuff politically when they live in this bubble and they don't live in the real world. But I do feel like now they don't have the platform that they once had, because they're not doing movies. Like we're not going to movie theaters anymore. We're not doing the things that we did before, and I don't think they do have the platform. I think that they are losing money, a lot of these people. So what are they going to do?
They're just going to woke themselves to death.
Yeah.
Honestly, they're just woking themselves into oblivion at this point.
Yeah.
You guys, good news and bad news about the books that you guys have ordered. And thank you to those of you who ordered straight from Amazon. Apparently, a lot of you have received your paperback copy of Right for a Reason already. We haven't! So the bad news for those of you who ordered inscribed paperbacks directly from us is that we're not expected to receive them in our office until the 21st. So we won't be able to start signing them and getting those shipped out until after the 21st. The good news is that I'm going to ship out all the hardcovers today.
Yeah.
Today!
They're going out today.
I'm taking them to the post office right after today's show.
I cannot believe they're done.
Shipping them out today.
Cannot believe it.
I know, I can't either. Like, we got this done
crazy.
in, what, three days?
Yeah, it's
3
done.
days we got it done.
The hardcovers are done. And listen, if you have a paperback in your possession, like, send us a picture of your
real,
happy little face, because we haven't seen them. We don't have them, because I couldn't believe this, but she was telling me that Amazon was like, they give you guys priority over us, and I'm like, but we're the authors, and I feel like we should get a copy in our hand first. They don't do that.
No. And they charge us for shipping.
Yeah.
Oh, they don't treat the authors very well at all.
No.
They treat their customers just fine.
Which is great.
It's fine.
I'm happy that you guys have them, but we are dying to get our hands on a copy, and we're like, well, that kind of sucks.
Melanie just asked if we would ever consider writing another book, and it is an interesting question. The answer to that is mostly no. Because it's a lot of work, you guys.
We've always said no.
We've always
said no, but she's trying to convince me to do it.
Well, I don't want to write another book, but I'm thinking about doing a best of sort of compilation from our website.
Trying to convince me to do that. And
because
I'm like,
we have, for those of
what about OnlyFans?
No. For those folks who've only followed us for a year or two, you've missed some amazing content. And some of it is so far back you would never be able to find it on our website.
And it's when she and I were the only ones that were on the site for like, what, 5-6 years? Probably?
Yeah.
It's like
we wrote really good stuff.
We did it by ourselves, and it's when we first started, and it was blood, sweat, and tears. And we did it when we had other jobs, and it was just 14-hour days, and it was.
And if we did it ourselves, the other thing that we could do, because we were thinking, okay, well, the most we would have to write is maybe like an introduction, and we can make it a bit more personal.
Yeah.
We can even include photos.
She's trying to convince
I really
me,
want
you
her to
guys.
do it,
She
you
wants me to
guys.
do it, but I don't think it'll sell. I don't
Well,
think
that
it'll.
depends on these folks.
And that's a lot of work for something that won't sell. So I need to know if there's interest, and if there's interest, maybe I'll think about it. But
So wait, you're not going to do an OnlyFans, or you're thinking about?
We're not doing an OnlyFans.
no.
100%.
100% no.
Yeah.
Okay. Very disappointed in both of you.
So anyway, I don't know. The answer to the question is really,
Yeah.
I just don't know if I can convince her, but I'm trying. In
She's
fact,
trying.
did you see the list I sent you?
I did. I saw
She
it.
was like, I didn't write anything that's evergreen enough for a compilation. I was like, oh no, but you did.
She sent me like 25 posts.
Yeah, of hers, and I was like,
This
these
is-
are the ones I love.
She's so persuasive. Like, and she's like, I will send you all the things that are so fantastic that you've written.
She's like, I didn't write
And
anything
I'm
good
like, I
enough
don't
for a
think there's anything for a
compilation.
compilation. Because it was
You were
all
wrong.
newsworthy stuff. There's nothing evergreen in there
You
that's going
were
to be good for a book. And
wrong.
she's like, screw you. I'm going to send you all the things that are going to be great for a book. So she sent me this list over the weekend. She's like, you need to include all this. So I'm like, I'll go through it and see.
And
So-
you'll be like, damn, this is
And
really good.
I only got to like the first 3, and I'm like, okay.
And you were like, yeah.
I
She's
mean-
right. That's what you said. You thought in your head, okay, she
didn't-
has a point.
I didn't say you're right. I said I'll look. I only got to the first 3. So she's working on me.
I would
you
totally
guys.
buy a new book. See? Yes, very
She's-
interested.
She's okay. Well,
How about a
Shauna,
Q&A book? That was one of the posts I included.
Q&A book?
Because you guys, it's so funny that you said that.
What do you mean
remember
a
the
Q&A
post-
book?
Well, they were saying, what if like you did a Q&A part of the book? And it's funny because one of the posts I sent you in that list, you may not have gotten to it yet, is when our husbands answered questions about us.
Oh my
And I thought, how
God.
fun would that be
I
to include?
totally forgot about that.
Right?
We should do a new one.
We could
We
do
could
a
do
new
a
one.
new one. Yeah.
And we could just make it so
Our
fun.
husbands did it. That's right. I totally forgot about that.
We could do such a fun one, you guys.
Yeah, our
I'm trying to
husbands.
convince her. I'm
She's-
trying.
She's trying.
Anyway.
Okay, yeah, she's working on me, you guys.
We've got to go.
Yeah.
It's time to go, you guys.
Yeah. Okay, you guys.
Oh, just really quick. If you haven't listened
She's
to
very
the,
pointy.
sorry. If you haven't listened to the Richard Grenell podcast, that
You
we
need
did,
to. It's so
so
good.
good.
You guys, it's so good.
And on our website, there's 3 different video clips that you can see of our little chat with him. He's precious.
He really is. He is precious.
I love him so
he
much.
is a gem. You know?
Yes, he is a gem.
He is a gem of joy.
Mhm.
Is what he's just a joyful guy. And you know what I liked about him too? Because I like this about people. I know you
You're
may not.
pointy too.
Yeah, I like this about people. He has a joyful spirit. Like he would be talking about, there's a lot of negativity going on in the world right now, right? But he's like, we're going to end this on a positive note. Did you hear him?
Mm-hmm.
He's like, we're going to be positive. We're going to be positive. You got to be positive, right? You got to make it count. You got to make every day count. You got to be positive. There's some crappy stuff going on in the world, but we're all on the right side of the ground, you guys.
That's exactly right.
You
Somebody
got to
said
be
we
positive.
should name our new book Jocularity.
Are we still talking about the book?
I really actually think that's a perfect name.
Maybe we
It
should
should be like-
I think we should name it Chickularity.
Chicularity.
Chickularity.
I love that too.
Yeah, there you go. There's some originality right there. Chickularity.
Anyway,
No one will
yes.
understand what the
Thank
heck
you,
that
Patricia.
means.
She said it was fabulous.
It
and
was-
She
it was-
adores that man.
It was a good interview because he was fun to talk to. It's always when people are a drag, it's hard to interview people because we like to have fun.
Yeah, and he plays.
And he is playful. Yeah. So and he still likes to be serious, but he likes to have fun. So you guys should check that out.
it was great.
You should check
it was
it out.
absolutely great.
All right, we're gonna bring it in. Bringing it in, you guys. We hope you have a wonderful Thursday.